Hey Chairman, could we not go a different DJ? It's exactly the same song as last time. That draw didn't go well. Okay, yeah, just hold on. I need to watch this. Okay, right. Oh, that would have been nice. Okay, come on. Give us someone like Southampton or Sporting, please. No, come on, come on. Give us someone not, okay, not this one. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, no, oh dear.
Chelsea of England.
Why do we get these draws?
Italy,
Chairman, different DJ next time. It's bad luck. He's bad luck, I swear it.
PSG of France, they will be taking on Juventus. Some good ties there. Good luck to everyone.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you have been doing well. So when you were last here, we were at the Zenit game, which we've put down the bottom so we don't spoil anything that's happened result-wise since. That's what we're going to cover off first today. Obviously we had that Champions League first knockout round draw, which hasn't been very kind to us again, unfortunately. And we've also had the start of a transfer window, and we have some things to discuss there because I may have turned down a very large amount of money for one Flavio Henrique from a team who was also in our Champions League group. So that was yesterday's episode, that 2-1 win against Zenit. I'll leave a link up in the top right hand corner. And also before we crack on, if you're looking forward to this episode, a bit of a medley of different things to start the new year here at Monaco, then please do go down below, leave a thumbs up on it, and also hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on if you have not done so already, and enjoy what you see here on the channel. So we've been in Ligue for the most part off the back of that Champions League game. 2 3-0 wins. First off, it was Shaun who were sitting in 6th for this game, so a pretty good result beating these guys 3-0 away from home. 0 happened in the first half, but then we started the second half, tapped Sober with a header, and we got the lead, and from there we kicked on nicely. They did pick up a red card to Shaun not long after that goal, and we were able to take full advantage late into the second half. It was Dembele being slotted through nicely from Ampadu. 40 might be offside, but one of the defenders on that right-hand side for them must have been playing him onside. And then Anthony Herver with his first goal for the club that I can remember. He hit one as it fell to his feet. Really nice finish into that top right-hand corner, and we picked up a good 3-0 win. And stats-wise, it was pretty well-deserved. Shots on target, not as good a ratio compared to shots as you'd like, but the other team had no shots on target, so a game that we need to be winning with those stats, and we got the job done, which was nice to see. And we backed that up against a team closer to the bottom of the table in Troyes, a 3-0 win at home before we went on a little bit of a break. The first goal coming in the 24th minute, Mulder getting a ball dished back to him after a throw-in, and Flavio Henrique with a header. Doesn't get many, but he got that one. And then very late in the first half, as we were about to hit referee's time, it was Kamara who got a bit lucky, it's fair to say, for Fana not holding the ball, and it ended up in the back of the net. 2-0 at halftime, and then another corner, this time David Aquaviva, who got a run with some other players being a bit tired. We've been just rotating the team when needed in these 2 Ligue games after the Champions League, and he picked up a goal, which was nice to see as well. And then another good 3-0 win, very similar to the prior game, except we were a lot more efficient with our shots and on target ratio here, so thoroughly deserved 3-0 win here. And off the back of that, we had a bit of a break, and it was looking good. We played a friendly, we won that 7-0, and I was thinking, we're getting into the Coupe de France, we're going for 3 in a row as a manager, 4 in a row at the club. We did get drawn against the Ligue team in Nimes, and we lost. And I'm going to try and explain this game to you, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do a good job without my blood boiling. We lost 1-0 at home. We conceded a soft goal in the 40th minute off a throw-in. They put a ball into the box through Alchiblad, and Jlido got on the end of it, or Dridi, I should say, got on the end of it, put that to a top right corner. With their only shot of the entire game, while we had 22 and could only get 5 on target, we got fully FM'd. That's the only way I'm going to describe this. 11 corners, 11 of our shots being from long range, so that's no good ratio. We just thoroughly dominated this game and somehow lost. So, yeah, the goalkeeper played well, but nothing spectacularly great. And we're already out of the Coup de France, which part of me is really annoyed. The board expect us to make the final of that, but we have won it the last 2 years, so I think they're giving us a bit of good grace there. The other thing to remember is we are still in the Champions League. Not being in the Coup de France this year might actually ease the workload on our players, so it's possibly not that bad a result, but if you ignore the sugarcoating of that, that's pretty terrible, albeit taking on a Ligue 1 team that early in the competition, our first round of entering, is a bit unlucky, but we've had a good run so far in that competition. So we are kicking now into 2029, and hopefully we can bounce back from that Coup de France result. And as we scroll down, we've got Nice today. We'll come back for PSG in Ligue 1, and then we start to get into the likes of Chelsea, and in between those games, we've also got Marseille. So that February-March period, we're going to start getting busy. Just Nice, and then I'll play a bit off camera, and we'll start cracking into that when things should be heating up quite a bit. So, Champions League, Chelsea, that's going to be in a few episodes' time. If we have a quick look at them, currently second in the Premier League, still got Frank Lampard as manager. Lol. But they're doing pretty well, so that's going to be a really tough test for us. You look at the Premier League, tied on points with Manchester United, and they have a game in hand against Brighton, kicking off at a very similar time to this one for us against Nice in the Cote d'Azur. You could argue that they're the best team in England, so they are going to be a big match for us. Hopefully they lose their form a bit going into that game against us, but we'll see what happens. We could have had a much kinder draw, I think it's fair to say, but we'll do what we've got to do, and hopefully we've already met the board's expectation now. Anything now else is just a bonus, but some of the other teams that we could have got, I mean, Celtic would have been really nice, but yeah, it just wasn't the nicest draw, I think it's fair to say, but we'll live with it and we'll see how we get on. Of course, we have beat Manchester United, so if those two are fighting it out, a win and a draw against them, then maybe we aren't as big underdogs as I'm making out of here, but we'll see how we get on. Right before this game, Michael Goulon has torn his thigh muscle and is out for somewhere between 2 to 3 months. That's a big loss for us. He's going to be out for the Champions League tie against Chelsea. At the very least, he might be back for the second leg. Came up in the inbox, but it's going to be really pushing it. Okay, so future Shaun here. A quick note while I'm jumping in here. I spent way too long in this episode talking about transfers that ended up falling through, so I'm going to just do a quick roundup now and hopefully save you guys about 10 minutes of what I was supposed to do. So ignore the data in the top right corner. I already know what other transfers we've made, but we're just going to focus on the ones that we've done up until now here. So with that Goron injury, we've got two options with players whose contracts are about to expire. Thibaut Courtois from Real Madrid and Alisson Becker from Liverpool. I'm going to see if I can get either of those guys just to hopefully come in and fill in for Goron while he's still out. Otherwise, we can always go to Goalberg, but that's the plan regarding that injury. Neither of them are going to cost much considering that they're getting to the end of their contract, but hopefully I can do a nice stopgap for us. I'll see what I can do contract-wise to try and get them down to backups next season, but that is what we're looking at there in terms of the goalkeeping situation. But so far, a pretty quiet transfer window. Only two players have come in. First, Adam Novak, a youngster from Slovan Bratislava for only a couple of million. 18-year-old Slovakian. He's got a lot of potential, 2.5-star current ability. Hopefully he can do a job for us and grow in the system and maybe even join the first team next season. And the other signing that's come in is a free one from Palmeiras, Jorge Henrique. Don't think he's related to Flavio Henrique, but he's also Brazilian, also plays up front, can also play in the midfield. Well-rounded striker. Considering his value, get him on a free contract and at 165k a week, which at Monaco isn't a great deal of money. I think that's an excellent get. We've also got the situation where we've got all of our main strikers, so Flavio Henrique, Quintero, and Mercado are all wanted by other clubs. So bringing this guy in for free feels like a good decision just in case we do lose one of those guys. Otherwise, he's probably going to go slightly above where Mercado was anyway just because of his age. So look, for a free transfer, you look at his value, I think that's a really good get for us. So that's all that's happened so far. However, we did have a big offer for one of our players that we eventually turned down. And it was Flavio Henrique, the other Brazilian striker we have, one of our better players. Manchester United initially came in with a $221 million offer for him. I talked them up to above 300 million New Zealand, so cut that in half UK, over 150 million pounds. In the end, we were able to talk him into staying, but we did make him a promise that we would make the latter stages of the Champions League. I'm hoping that's already been fulfilled considering we're in the knockouts. And of course, as you would have seen in the intro, we are going to be playing Chelsea, but we have kept Flavio Enrique. If it was a road to glory kind of save or a more long-term one, I probably would have sold him because we could have done a lot with more than $300 million. But considering we're in the Champions League knockouts now, it's a Hexagon challenge. I need to try and get through these things as quick as I can. It felt like it would be a better decision to keep him, even though the money that Manchester United offered was ridiculous money. But that is pretty much all that we have done transfer-wise now. There is going to be more in tomorrow's episode, which I'll run through then. But that is it for now. Back to current Shaun. With all those results and with the transfers, what that means going into today's episode with competition-wise is we're only 3 points behind Marseille. Marseille have been slipping up quite a bit recently. They lost 2 games in a row. There was that one to Lyon last episode, and then also off the back of that, a home loss to Bordeaux, who are down in 13th, and at that time they were down a bit lower as well. So starting to get the speed wobbles in Marseille, and us and PSG in particular are starting to put the pressure on them. So hopefully we can get a result here. In the other games, you can see Montpellier are taking on PSG and expect them to get points there, PSG. So a win here would be nice to hopefully keep pace with them and also keep on putting the pressure on Marseille, who have Lens tomorrow. Lens mid-table. You'd expect them to win that, but as I said, starting to get the speed wobble. So Ligue, the title race, it's definitely on for us. It looked like Marseille were getting away a few episodes ago, but we've clawed them back, albeit PSG have also done the same. Another thing that happened, quite a wordy start to today's episode, but we're in a transfer window, is that because of the Champions League results, Real Madrid sacked their manager. Now, I was never going to apply for the job. They were 10th in La Liga, not in European football. They only had a $270,000 transfer budget, so there was no attraction there at all. What was interesting was the favourite for the job, and that was Thomas Tuchel. And he is the PSG manager. And I was thinking, if he goes there, I think I have to have a go at the PSG job. I was thinking that, but as you can see, he's still there. He didn't get the job. I don't know if he actually applied or not, but he was the favourite. And that's what all the media descriptions were saying. But in the end, if we have a quick look at the Liga and go down to Real Madrid, who are now in 8th, so they are bouncing back a little bit, but they're still a wee way away from Champions League football. And of course, no European football doesn't help us out in this Hexagon challenge. They hired Sergei Semak, who got sacked as an Arsenal manager a couple of years ago after being at Zenit. So, look, he's got good stats and all, but interesting decision there from Real Madrid, I think. But anyway, that's who they went for over Tuchel and whoever else applied. If Tuchel went there, I think we might be in a different job at this interview. We probably would have gone for PSG. Whether we would have got it or not, I'm not sure. But the way we've been doing at Monaco, I think they'd have to take a serious look at us if we did apply for that job, if it had have come up. But it hasn't. We'll also have a quick look at the jobs available now just to keep you guys in the loop. As I said a couple of episodes ago, I've had to open the floodgates in terms of the jobs that show up here because otherwise some leagues don't show up like the MLS, and that's quite important because we haven't done the North American section yet. A few jobs available in South Africa, but no one big. Mamelodi Sundowns did come up, but not as good as they were a couple of seasons ago. We'd go up a little bit more. Aston Villa in the Premier League. There was Everton a little while ago, but they're in the relegation zone. And then you keep going up, and there's not a lot there, really, to be blunt. There was a few jobs in China, but nothing that really stood out as I need to leave Monaco to go there if I was in a different continent. And it was a step up in reputation, maybe, but because we're already in Europe, it feels like it would be a step down now. So we're just going to stick with this for now. I think we're going to be waiting to see if another big sort of job comes up with a team who's actually still in European football and struggling in their league, like Real Madrid. Big enough club, definitely the sort of club we'd be looking at, but we're in a better position here at Monaco, so there's no need for us to leave things here at Monaco to go join them and end up in a worse situation. But that is pretty much a wrap of things that have been going on. We'll get into this game. It's the Cote d'Azur, the second of the season. We are away at the Allianz Riviera. We are missing Goalberg. Hopefully we can still pick up 3 points though to start off the second half of the Ligue season and join Marseille at the top of the table, albeit they have a game in hand. Let's see if we can pick up an important 3 points. But here are the team sheets. Our team, pretty much first choice, the obvious exception, and goal, got Goalberg in there for now. There is the Nice team. They've still got Goalberg, and otherwise pretty similar to what we've taken on the past two. So expecting a tough game from them, but hopefully we can get the job done in this derby. And here are the formations. Nice, reasonably similar to us, two defensive midfielders and one attacking midfielder, so a little bit of a switch from what we do, but fairly similar. And there's our formation, as reliable as they come, says the manager who just got FN'd in the coup de France. But hopefully we can turn that around today. Obviously, coming off the back of that result into this, not ideal. But as I said, probably actually allows our players a bit more time to recover in between Ligue and Champions League games. So while it would be nice to go a bit further in the coup de France, and the board probably aren't very happy with me about it, we did win the competition the last couple of years. So I think we've got some brownie points in the bag there, and we can focus on these other things. We are playing left to right in the home uniform. Nice in the black playing right to left, and they get possession from a throw-in, and it's Roquez on the ball. He dribbles in the midfield, or in towards the midfield. Now Tessier cuts out that ball. Dembele down the right-hand side. Can we make an early chance? Tessier recovers that block cross. Almas to Ampadu. Agume up to Dembele in a bit of space. There's a shot just kept out from Montero. It's a really good early chance, but a very good save from Montero, and it's still 0-0 early. Throw into Monaco. 13 minutes gone. We find Agume. He puts a ball in. Diallo heads it clear. Tessier for Dembele. Puts a shot in. It is blocked though. We will have a corner here. Now Tapsoba has picked up a yellow. We haven't told him to ease off tackles at centre back yet, but not ideal as we now have a corner, and it's tipped over the bar from Montero. Looked like a good header from either Nianzu or Tapsoba. We'll have another one here, and that one is cleared. Some good early chances for us here, but we haven't put the ball in the back of the net yet. Now Dembele makes his way into the box. Good dribble. It's a slide tackle from Diallo, and they do get possession back. Possibly should have shot that sooner, Dembele, but we're looking good early doors. We now have a corner. It's headed out to Fernandez from a Nice defender, but he blasted over the bar. Still 0-0 after a quarter of an hour, but we're looking dangerous. Goal kick here. Now Dembele's off the field with an injury. Hopefully he's going to be all right. It's just an orange injury, but haven't had time to change anything yet, so hopefully that doesn't hurt us here. Although we do have possession, so maybe we'll get something going even without him. Flavio Henrique out on the right-hand side when Dembele should be. Puts the ball across for Agume. Blasts it over the top. We'll see how bad this injury is. Hopefully he can last, and he's on a green heart, so I think he can. We'll get to half-time anyway, hopefully. Still 0 after 25 minutes. Nice giving the ball away after 26 minutes, and Nianzu tidies things up for us, and hopefully we can create another chance. Looking dangerous without any reward for it so far. As Agume out to Mulder. Bit of an interception there, and Nice hid the ball in from Mulder away for a corner. Now Dembele will take this as long as he's on the field, and indeed he is. Puts the ball in. Nianzu onto Mulder. His shot's pretty weak though, and Montero covers that pretty comfortably. Lots of chances, nothing yet though after half an hour. Throw in to Monaco, 34th minute. Another yellow card for us. This time for Fernandez though, so hopefully that one is a bit easier to manage now. Dembele, good space, but he's very close to the keeper and he blocks the shot. Oh, it's all happening. And we've somehow not scored there. We passed the ball backwards when Dembele or Henrique, I'm not sure who it was actually, could have just had a shot at close range, and now we give the ball away. We are right playing this in the correct end of the paddock. Now Goalberg on the ball if there a missed header. This would definitely hurt us. It feels very similar to the game against Nimes in the Coup de France actually, so hopefully we get a goal soon because it doesn't feel like we're being rewarded. And oh, you kidding me? Goalberg is back again. 1-0 after 35 minutes. We are down in the derby, and I don't really know how. We are absolutely throttling these guys at the other end, but we just can't put the ball in the back of the net at the moment. And this would really hurt. And Pondy with a ball. Goalberg somehow gets free. I think Tapsoba's coming off soon because we haven't told him to ease off tackles. He's just having a shocker. And somehow we're 1-0 down. Throw into Monaco. I was nearly going to make a few changes there, but we won't yet. Agume on the ball. See what this highlight does. Ampadu holding things up. Almas, Dembele, Henrique, over to Fernandez. That's a terrible shot. Right, I'm going to make some early changes here because I'm really not happy. And it's going to be the two players on yellow cards. We'll bring... Why have I not got Sevillano in the team? That's annoying. Right. I was going to make some changes. I think what we're going to have to do is bring Llorente on for Tapsoba and put Ampadu back there. And also Gabriel Fernandez having a stinker. We'll do something a bit interesting here. I think we'll bring Quintero on and put Henrique on that left wing. But good play, but boy, oh boy, we We need to get our butts in the gear here. 1-0 as we approach halftime. We are down. And that is halftime. I don't know how we're losing that game. This has got Coup de France vibes all over it. 12 shots, 4 on target. Some of those good saves from their goalkeeper. But they had 1 shot. They put it on target. It's exactly the same. Not happy. Not happy at all. We really need to get our butts into gear. Tell them to show us something else in the second half. Yeah, not ideal. Dembele carrying an injury. Probably going to have to take him off as well soon. So, yeah, he's our best player. That's the only issue. So, at least match rating wise anyway. 1-0 as we start the second half. Nice kicking off, playing left to right in this half. And we hopefully can stop them getting another goal because they just FMing us at the moment as we give them an early free kick here. And they don't show the highlight though. And now we have a free kick ourselves that Goalberg takes short. Almas Agume. He finds Flavio Henrique now on the left wing, making his way forward. Hopefully he can set something up or maybe win a penalty in a situation like this. Puts one across for Agume. Deflection. The shot was always going well wide. And it's still 1-0 early in the second half. We need a goal quickly. 60 minutes gone. Look, I'm going to take Dembele off. He's knackered and he's part injured, so we'll do that. We'll bring Hudson-Odoi on for him and hopefully we can get something going here. Yeah, not great so far. We need to get our butts into gear. We're going to shout at them, try and get an equaliser. As it is still 1-0 now. Nice have a throw-in. They take it. Carujo gets the ball back after putting it in. El Amrani. He's on the ball now. Toussaint on a yellow card. Andre Fulam. Toussaint. Back to Turley. They're holding position quite nicely at the moment. And Bomb puts the ball over the top. Amadou heads that away back at centre back. Haven't played him there much, but hopefully he does a job for us there. And now we get the ball out to Flavio Henrique, who makes his way in towards the midfield. The centre, I should say. Hudson-Odoi making his way infield. There's a shot. Good save from Montero. That might have been going top right corner. And we now have a corner. And it will be Henrique to whip this in with Dembele off the field. It is headed away by Diallo, though, into Mulder. Lots of pressure on him from the defence. Henrique in for Hudson-Odoi in a bit of space. Henrique in the box. Squares one for Agume. 2 shots. The second one saved from Montero. Lots of shots, but the goalkeeper really keeping in this at the moment. And we have another corner. Henrique. Nianzou gets his head to it, but it's over the bar. And we're still 1-0 down somehow. Throw into Monaco. 68th minute. Henrique puts the ball and they head it away, but only out to Llorente. Tessier making his way into the box. Puts the ball across for Flavio Henrique. Here's a shot blocked. Llorente. Tessier tries to keep it in. Does. Okay, I thought that might have gone out. Almas. Back to Tessier. Llorente in a lot of space. Agume. Llorente. Back to Agume. What can we do? We need to get some more serious shots on target here. Almas, nice ball for Mulder. Can he find someone? Leaves it behind, but we get possession. We'll keep possession. And now Agume. Over to Henrique. Heads it on, but that's easy for Montero. And we're still 1-0 down with 22 to play. Albeit we have a free kick shortly after. Hudson-Odoi puts this in. Diallo gets his head to it before possibly Hudson-Odoi. Oh, sorry, not Hudson-Odoi. Put the ball in. But yeah, just not going for us at the moment. This is feeling very coup de France-y. Albeit we are back on attack, although we give the ball straight to Caluyo. And they knock it about the back. Might have a chance here to get the ball off them in a dangerous position. We do right. Quintero lines up a shot. Another wonderful save from Montero. Every goalkeeper we're coming up against at the moment seems to be going prime Manuel Neuer on us. And now we have a corner. They head it away. Oh, boy. Frustrating at the moment. Still 1-0 with under 20 minutes to go. Another corner here. 73rd minute. We put the ball in. Nianzou gets his head to it. It's actually in the back of the net. Right. We're back on level terms, and at the very least we deserve that because one shot from Nice, and apart from that we have been throttling them the rest of this game. And we finally get some reward. Nianzou with that big, beautiful, bald head of his, putting it in the left-hand side of the goal, and we go level terms with just over a quarter of an hour to go. Hopefully we can get a deserved winner, it would feel like. Throw into Nice, getting up towards the 80-minute mark. We better not concede another now because we've had to work so hard to get back to level terms in a game that we really should have never been behind in. Nice slide tackle from Tessier, but they keep possession, do Nice. Hopefully we can get a misery compiler here because, yeah, stat-wise, we really should be winning this game, and the fact that we were behind is a bit embarrassing. Oh, here we go. Henrique with a nice interception up to Quintero. He had support from Hudson-Odoi, didn't spot it. And somehow we've blown that chance. And now Nice on the counter, although they run over each other. And we get the ball back for a Gourmet. Now Henri gets onto that ball from Lorente. Making his way towards the box. Tackle. It goes back out to Mert Mulder. And for a Gourmet is a shot. It's blocked. Mert Mulder gets back on the end of it though. Back to a Gourmet. Back out to Mulder. Puts a ball in. Almas was going to run onto that. Now it's Al Amrani for Nice. And this is dangerous. Both our defenders leaving a strike. A good slide tackle from Ampadu though. And it's still 1-1 with under 10 minutes to go. And we now have a throw-in taken by Mert Mulder. Up to Flavio Henrique. Back to Mulder. We try and get something going down this left-hand side. Back to a Gourmet. Puts a long ball across. Hudson-Odoi. Oh, it's fallen to Quintero. We'll take that luck. We are now 2-1 up. Bit lucky, but based on the overall run of play, I don't know if you can say it is, because as you've seen, we've been absolutely dominating this game. And as I said, not really sure how we ended up behind in the first place, but a missed header here. Hudson-Odoi gets the assist, but I'm pretty sure he was at his back turned to the ball in the end. Came off his heel, it looked like. Fell to Quintero. It's an extremely lucky goal. He is onside. You watch this. He definitely hasn't tried to pass it. He actually tried to run away from the ball. It's hit him. And we've got a 2-1 lead. 92nd minute. 94 is what we're going to play. And Nice are on the ball. If they level here, then it will be an absolute heartbreaker just after getting the lead back. And it's Colujo putting the ball in. It goes out for a corner. Oh dear, can't yell at them. And it's not even a highlight, so that's good. And that is now 1 more minute to play. Can we hold on for the second Cote d'Azur win of the season? Soteldo, he gets past the defender. Looks like he's going to try and do something on this left-hand side. Forced to Goalberg. Blocked. It's a free kick. He was offside. Hopefully we can suck up some time here. Still half a minute left. Ampadu going to boot this long, which is interesting. Sucking up lots of time though, which is good to see. Finds Mulder, heads that down to Almas. Hopefully we can control possession from now on and hold this lead to the full-time whistle. We try and play it up for Quintero. It's cut out. Forced to Ampadu. That is it. We had to work a lot harder than we should have because one shot on target for Nice. They put it away, but this time, unlike the Coup de France, we had more shots on target. We eventually got there with a 73rd minute goal to Nianzou from a corner and then a bit of luck, albeit with the amount of chances recreated. We felt like we actually deserved some, and Quintero slotted one away after a missed header that hit the back of Hudson-Odoi's heel, and it just fell to him just at the tuck it away bottom left corner. And we came back from 1-0 down in a game that we never should have been behind in, and we won 2-1, but you can see what sort of happened in that Coup de France game because that was very close to being a mirror image in terms of how the game played out. Feels like we're getting FM'd, or nearly FM'd a heck of a lot at Monaco. I don't know what it is, but we need to have our front three, or our team as a whole, being a lot more clinical than they currently are. I'll tell them it was a good win because on the whole we did play really well. Just, boy, we made that hard work, and we do join Marseille top of the league, so that is good, albeit we'll have to wait and see how they do in their game, as well as Paris Saint-Germain. But for now, we are on top, and our goal difference helps us out quite a bit as well. And considering Nice are 6, that's actually a pretty good result for us, so happy days. Even though stat-wise, we really should have been winning that game a lot more comfortably. And Dembele has only picked up a bruised ankle, so luckily that's not going to keep him out for any games at all. We now have a 2-week break until our next game, but we do have this transfer window to get through. But we will cover all that off at the start of the next episode. The plan is to come back for the PSG game. Unless something mad happens in this meantime, then I'll come back and let you guys know what is going on. I should have given myself a glass of water because my voice is absolutely shot. Shaun's been talking too much, transfer windows, jobs, and all that stuff. Busy January, as you can tell. But if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do go down below, leave a thumbs up on it. If you're new to the channel and did enjoy today's video, a little bit wordier than usual, but once we get past the transfer window back into all action mostly, then please do also hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on. It is greatly appreciated. Let us know if you think we still win Ligue 1. We're back in the hunt now, definitely, after Marseille have slipped up. And also, do you fancy our chances against Chelsea? Tough game, but until then, back for PSG, unless something mad happens. But I'll see you then. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on. Cheers.